You may love talking about basketball, you might just be boring. So you've got to be self-aware about it. But my big thing is, you may be boring, but it makes you so happy. Like, my big thing is, people don't like their jobs or lives, and then they go and consume things to escape, and I'm trying to get them to create to get happy. You may never become Stephen A. Smith, but if you start a podcast about the Pelicans, even if it gets a little juice, maybe some free tickets to a game, now you're pumped, you like the Pelicans. It's a lot better than watching an entire Aaron Hernandez Netflix documentary. About a year ago, I got into the whole mindset of like, oh crap, there's a lot of people watching me who have zero. So I started talking about the flip challenge and go to Craigslist. But in general, most of my career was talking more about people that had a little something. That's a very easy place for me. I think the answer to you or anybody who's listening is, what do you want to happen in life? I want to buy the New York Jets American football team. I've got to be on the offense. You know, but if you have a little bit of money and you don't want to work super hard for the rest of your life and you don't have ambition for all-time legacy, well, then you should put your money into Facebook and Amazon stock and watch it grow over the next 20 years and buy yourself a nice little cottage in the country when you're done. The answer to your question is completely 100% predicated on your ambition. What is the ambition that you have? If you want to buy a Premier League team, you better go on the offense and pour every one of those dollars back into hyper upside. If you want to just chill and smoke weed in Ibiza, well, then you don't have to. Is to be an all-time entrepreneur by both my success in my career, but what has become more evident to people, I think, recently is also by influencing as many people as possible in a positive way so that they get theirs. And that means the person that goes from the job that they're not excited about to making 84,000 sterling a year, being happy talking about their proper football team on Instagram and YouTube, to the young gal right now in Sweden who's gonna start a $500 million media company. So I think to be the great entrepreneur of this generation, there's clearly the Bezoses and the Elon Musks and the Zucks. I don't think I'm gonna be able to create that kind of wealth. I just wanna create obnoxious amount of wealth. But $1 billion and 1 billion people, I think puts you above everybody else, and I think that is where my behavior is right now. Like, why?
Vayner Sports, Vayner Media, the book, Swiss Shoes, podcasts. Yes. You do a lot.
Yeah, man. Look, here's what I think. I think we get one at bat. The number one thing that scares me in life is regret. I really, really, really don't want to be on my deathbed, whether that's tomorrow or when I'm 97, and think, I should have done that. That spooks me, right? Like, hard work, people judging me, trolling me on social media, like all the stuff that normal people worry about, I don't worry about. I worry about regret. And so I'm trying to squeeze everything out of my life. And so, yeah, I do a lot. People always say they're going to do The biggest epidemic in the world is people talking, not doing. And especially now, and people always do that. But now what social media does is expose people. It doesn't change people. All the hate in the system, that's exposing. Twitter didn't make you evil, you're evil, And same with talking and not doing. Twitter, Instagram didn't make you waste time and not do. Don't delete your app off your phone and think you're being productive now. That's the byproduct of what's going on here. You're just gonna watch TV instead. You're just gonna play Fortnite instead. You're just gonna go to coffee shops and pretend you're working instead. People always talk. Never, ever be at the mercy of something else. It's why I'm the best at my craft. I don't even wanna be at the mercy of my own employees. It's why I got my hands in absolutely everything. What if they quit? What if they get sick? What if they get bored? What if they win the lottery? That's literally how I think about everything. That's why I'm in everything. Yeah. I don't micromanage, but I'm dangerous enough in everything because I don't want a point of failure. Mm-hmm. Your point of failure is called Google. Yeah. They literally change it, no matter how evergreen and white hat you've been, they just might decide that video content is part of their macro strategy.
Competitor has videos apparently.
So what I always think is when you got something working, Always have a nest egg of 20% of your money and energy of building up other things that if God forbid your 80 goes to zero, you're on the course of being okay. Most people start businesses to take the money out, to buy themselves things, which is why they never build long-term big businesses. You have to understand there's a fundamental reason I have the career that I have. The only thing I am is energy for the long term. When you can oversell your reality, but then build to the new reality, that's how you get big. For VaynerMedia, I was able to, over the last 5 years, grow us from 22 people to 800 people, from 3 million to 100 million in revenue, because I can continue to do my model. We're gonna make less money this year at 100 million than we made last year at 67. Net. I don't mean percentage. Net. Historically, I've liked to run them where 1 year is profitable and the next year is not. So the growth is there, but the non-profitable every other year was predicated on me being able to invest in people, advertising, or resources. More people, more capabilities, because I'm gonna take the whole pie. It's funny, I've gotten a lot of exposure, a lot of TV, and my friends now, Facebook, all your high school friends come out, and everybody's writing on my wall, Gary, you're so lucky you were on Conan O'Brien. Oh, Gary, you're on the Today Show. Oh, Gary, I read how big Wine Library became. You're so lucky. Do you know what I do? I go right back to their wall and say, Tom, I'm not lucky. Tom, let me paint you a picture. You remember senior year of high school and those 4 years in college when you guys used to invite me to go to the Jersey Shore and I said no? It's because I was working every fucking hour. I'm not lucky. You're fucking lucky. You went to the Jersey Shore, you banged some chicks, you drank some beer, life was good. You're lucky. And I want to remind everybody, you can say easy for you to say, Gary V, I just want to remind everybody, I only give advice that I ate. From 20 to 32 for 12 years of my life, I worked 7 days a week in a liquor store every fucking day and gave up everything. I worked 16 hours a day, every single day. I did not have one Saturday off in my 20s. None. Biggest day of the week. None. That's literally, 99% of the people in this room will take more Saturdays off tomorrow than I took off in my entire 20s.